I don't know how it happened, but I was sat on the end of my bed with my helmet on, my coat on, and my wife came through the door and said, "What are you doing?" And I was just sat on the end of the bed going, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. I would say my work's characterised by ideas first. I'm not really interested in ambiguity. And then after that, I would say, is it funny? And, is it beautiful? Is it simple? I studied visual communications at university. I narrowed into graphic design. And then my tutor said to me, out of all the disciplines, the glamour and the money is in advertising. And coming from my small kind of rural town, I was like, I'll take glamour and I'll take money. So I chose advertising. For the first 4 or 5, I felt like I was learning the craft, and I was really enjoying working with photographers and directors and, going on shoots and, flying abroad and staying in 5-star hotels. And then I realised that I'd spent 5 years learning the advertising craft, but I wasn't drawing anymore. I had no headspace to actually draw. And I thought, I love drawing. This is what I really want to do. So I was walking to the Tube one day and I saw that this building was being renovated, and it was the V&A Museum of Childhood. And I was like, that looks great. And I'll go in, have a look. And as soon as I got in there, I was like, this is the thing, this is the project. And then what we did is we went back to the agency and we shut the door, and we just worked on this project. Nobody knew about it. I was illustrating. My computer was facing the window, so nobody could see what I was doing. And so we set this whole thing up. We set up a meeting with the Museum of Childhood, showed them the work, finished, said, this is it. What do you think? And they loved it. That started my sort of illustration career, really. The posters went up. They were entered into lots of awards competitions and did really well. And I started to get kind of recognition, and I started to get phone calls from illustration agents saying, can we represent you as an illustrator? It's amazing. It's great. The Museum of Childhood campaign was probably 5 years into my career, and obviously I had another 7. And at the very last, in 2012, I got pneumonia, and I was in hospital for a week, and really quite ill. I don't know how close I came to death, probably nowhere near, but it sort of felt like close enough to me to make me think, you've got a limited time on this planet, and who knows what happens next, so you better make the most of it. You better be doing something every day that you enjoy. More or less the next day, I was an illustrator and no longer a creative director. My new career as an illustrator, I guess, much more rewarding than advertising, in that I don't have to execute somebody else's idea or somebody else's thought of what a good idea is, and I really enjoy that kind of free rein. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but I definitely push myself every day to be as good as I can be. I want to live in London, it's my home, and if I don't make this work, I'll probably have to move back to Northampton, is probably what I mean. And, I can't let that happen. So I have that drive every day, never really being able to appreciate that I have maybe sort of succeeded. I guess I see life as quite chaotic and quite dangerous in a way, and that probably my work is so ordered and so kind of graphic and simple and sort of maybe easy to understand is because I'm trying to make sense in some way of, how chaotic life is. And maybe that's why it gives me kind of such pleasure and such solace, because here's this thing that I can control. you know, I have complete control over this thing and it is mine to own, and you know, you don't have that kind of control in your life really.